All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to First Team Wednesday trainings. Appreciate being part of First Team Real Estate and part of the training today. We have BombBomb today with Alicia Berruti, and she's going to go over and how to use video to increase our our business and also reach out to your sphere and absolutely make you more money in the end result. So, Alicia, you are on.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. So the fun thing about me being here today is that the First Team real estate account with special pricing, which I'll talk about later, exists back from I don't know, 6 years ago when I was on sales and I actually sold this account. So I'm really excited to be here. A couple years ago, I was out in California. I think I visited some of you. I don't know if anyone remembers. It may have looked a little bit younger. I don't know, but I'm excited to be here today. What we're going to talk about is we're going to start with just a little bit on the why video. I know that you all know that you should be using video in your business. Every single event I go to, every conference I go to now, for years and years, we're still hearing, you gotta do video, you gotta do video, you gotta do video. So, but I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the psychological impact of video and how it can really benefit you. And then I'm gonna share 5 business generating ideas. I'm gonna share with you strategies that have been shared with me by other realtors that they're using actively in their business to generate more business, get more referrals, get that repeat business. Okay. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about getting comfortable on video because I've been doing this long enough to know that there are some of you that have not been doing video as much as you should or haven't left in yet. And it's more likely because you're uncomfortable with being on video. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then I will take some time for Q&A. I want to start with this quote, though. This quote came from Tiffany Bova. I saw her actually do a keynote at a Tom Ferry Success Summit a few years ago, and she works for Salesforce, but she was speaking to, thousands of agents, and this was what she said. She said, do you want to be better at your jobs or not? Do you want to be more human or less human? Automate the things you can, but human contact can never be automated. And I love this quote so much because we get so caught up in our businesses that so often we, put our past clients onto all of these automations. We add them to our CRM. They get birthday cards from, a company that you're paying to do it. They get newsletters from time to time, and you've automated that entire relationship. And yet we know that relationships matter. You're in a relationship business, and it's hard to really automate a relationship. We know that the National Association of Realtors tells us that less than 20% of consumers use their exact same agent again. And the number one reason why people don't use their same agent again is that they've forgotten who that agent was. You cannot automate human contact. You can't automate a relationship, but you can scale it. And I'm going to share with you guys ways to really scale those relationships. But here's 3 things that we know are true, okay? We're going to continue spending more and more time in digital spaces. You're spending more time in digital spaces. Your clients, your past clients, your potential clients, everyone is spending so much more time on social media and in their email and on YouTube. And yet, with all of this time that we spend in these digital places with our faces in here, the digital pollution that's also inundating those spaces, it's making it harder to actually communicate. What do I mean by digital pollution? I mean any of the spammy emails, the constant targeted ads you get, phishing scams, the sales emails. You buy something from a store one time at Old Navy and they put you on their email list, and now you get emails every day. That's what we call digital pollution. In fact, I have a great example here. This is a real email that came to me from a real realtor. Picture and names are blocked out to protect the innocent. However, this came to me just like this. Hey, lead, first name. Hope you and the fam are well. Crazy times. The real estate market is a bunch of banana emojis. If you haven't heard, and I was reaching out to see if you were curious about the new value of your home. Agent first name. This is digital pollution. Now, I know that the agent that sent this didn't intend to send it this way. They had their system automated, and this came out to me this way. But this doesn't do anything to help this agent. In fact, it probably hinders that relationship. If I was an actual client of this agent, which I'm not, but agents add me to their mailing lists all the time. But if I was a client, that certainly does not help me feel like you care about me or you're invested in my success or that you're actually thinking about me and my home. This is what I mean by digital pollution. You are in a relationship business. This is that last of the three things that we know are true. People want to buy from other people that they know, like, and trust. You cannot be replaced by a robot. I'm a consumer, I'm not an agent, but I know when I'm making those decisions, I want to work with a human being that I trust has my best interests at hand. So all of this brings us to why video is so important. Not only does video give you an opportunity to stand out from the noise and really differentiate yourself from bad email and spammy emails and constant sales emails, video automatically gives you a massive differentiation in the inbox. But let's go a step further, because faces are very, very powerful. In fact, we've evolved to look for cues in faces to let us know whether someone is trustworthy or not. In fact, we see faces in inanimate objects because we're so tuned to picking up on faces. So these are my babies, my beautiful, sweet, sweet little babies. I have them up here to tell you a story about a professor. His name is Professor Richard Wiseman, and he does what's called the wallet study to illustrate how important human faces are in recognizing humanity. And so what they do in this wallet study is they drop wallets all over a city, and the wallets are not the same. So some of the wallets have baby pictures in them. Some of the wallets have family pictures in them. And then some of the wallets have 0 photos in them at all. And they drop them all over the city, and then they wait and get their results. So the wallets that have baby pictures in them are returned about 88% of the time. Okay, just because there's a baby picture in there. The wallets that have family pictures in them are returned about 48% of the time. And the wallets that don't have any human faces in them are returned less than 15% of the time. The simple fact of having a human face in that wallet, people feel compelled to return it, right? We can recognize humanity in people's faces. That can swing people's emotions one way or another. In fact, we make decisions based on really emotional things. If you've ever read Thinking Fast and Slow, written by Daniel Kahneman, he's a social psychologist. He's a Nobel winning prize author. But he talks about system 1 and system 2. And the system 1 side of our brain is fast, it's instinctive, it's emotional. It works off of these kind of facial trigger cues, okay? System 2 of our brain is a little bit slower. It's more deliberate. It agonizes over facts and data. Here's the deal. We make decisions based out of system 1. We might try and justify those decisions based in facts and data, but human beings make decisions based on the side of our brain that is emotional and instinctual and works really fast. Showing up in video for your clients is giving you an opportunity to keep pouring into that emotional bank, giving them an opportunity to feel more connected to you, to see your face, to recognize your humanity. And that is going to go a long way. We call all of this human-centered communication because you can't just take a video and replace bad communication with a video and now you're winning. For example, a spammy video or an irrelevant video that comes to me is just as annoying as a bad email. So human-centered communication is all about both using video to communicate with your humanity, but it also means recognizing the humanity of the recipient, making sure that you're serving them, that you're giving enough value so that you don't just become that digital pollution, the noise in the inbox that no one wants to look at. Quite often, I know that so many of you know you got to do more video or you've been hearing it, but I find that people get really stuck in that, okay, but what specifically, right? They may see people doing a lot of social media video or YouTube, or they may have heard about what someone's doing with BombBomb or using it for lead response. Sorry, hold on. So there's lots and lots of places in your business where video can be really effective. And I'm going to show you some strategies, specific ones. But I also want to leave you with these general ideas, okay? Because anytime one of these things is happening, you can guarantee that video is going to be more effective as a form of communication than a plain text email or a plain text message, okay? So the first general idea that will always tell you that video is going to be better is when you are establishing a connection or still building on it. For example, a lead response, really, really powerful way to use video. Reaching out to a referral, a follow-up after a phone call. For example, maybe you have a new buyer and you speak to them on the phone for a few minutes to kind of get some ideas of what they're looking at so that you can start customizing a search. You hang up the phone. Great, that's a perfect time to send a video, right? Because you're still building on that connection. So anytime you're establishing or building on a connection, video is going to be more beneficial because of all of those rich human cues that help us learn to trust someone and that help us feel connected to someone, okay? The second time that you can guarantee video will always be better in your business than plain text communication is anytime you are explaining complex information. How much of your day-to-day do you spend explaining information to clients? Not only is it way easier to talk than it is to try and type out directions or next steps or things like that process-wise, it's way easier to speak it. But here's the more important thing. It's way easier for the recipient to even retain that information. When we send a video, we retain about, or when we watch a video, we retain about 80 to 90% of that information the first time, because it's full of all of that rich communication, eye contact, tonality, body language, the things that make it easy to retain and get context from, okay? When we read a plain text email, we retain about 10% of that the first time. So anytime you're explaining complex information, it's going to benefit you. I know a lot of agents that have a pre-recorded video library that highlights important information or frequently asked questions or next steps, so that when someone asks them that question or moves into that phase of the process, they can just grab that video from their BombBomb account, send it off, and now they're communicating, they're explaining that complex information at a really high level, but they already recorded that video months prior so that it saves them a ton of time, okay? Last trigger that will always let you know that video is going to be better than plain text communication is anytime tone or emotion matters. How many of you have ever sent or received an email or a text message that was misunderstood because tonality was lacking, right? It matters in our communication. So things like thank you, or congratulations, you're clear to close, or you're under contract, right? These are exciting things where emotion matters. You want them to remember that connected to you and the emotion and all of that, but also things like, thank you, I really appreciate you, or hey, I've been thinking about you. I haven't seen you around the office much, but I know you're working hard. You know, any way I can support you. Emotion matters there. Maybe you have to set up a conversation with a client to let them know that you might need to lower the price or you've got bad news. Video is a really powerful way to seed that conversation. You don't want to tell all of the bad news with video, but sending a video is really respectful. Again, recognizing the humanity of the recipient, because bad news takes longer to process. If you've ever told someone bad news over the phone and you have dead air there for a second, it's because they're trying to process that information, psychologically complex information. You send a video, it gives them a chance to process that information on their own. You know, you might send a video and say, you know, hey, Tom and Susan, I know this is a conversation that neither of us want to have, but we've been getting a lot of feedback about the price. We might need to sit down and have a conversation about, you know, making some adjustments. That's really respectful to your clients. They can have that conversation among themselves, and then they're ready to actually sit down and have a conversation with you. So those are your general ideas. Anytime you're establishing or building a connection, explaining complex information or tone or emotion, video is going to benefit you there. Okay, but let's get into some of the fun strategies, because I really want to share with you guys these strategies and make sure we have lots of time for questions. I have been working in the real estate industry for many, many years, and I've been invited to a lot of real estate Facebook groups. I'm sure you guys are in lots of them. And I screenshot this meme from a Facebook group just recently, probably a month or two ago. As you can see, 2.1 or thousand realtors. So we've got a lot there. Thought this was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious too. Loan officers coming back to realtors they ignored during the refi boom, like, oh, hey, right? But don't we as realtors do this a little bit too, right? We neglect our sphere of influence until business gets slow and we're like, oh man, we need to get in there and get some referrals. So the strategies I'm going to share with you today are going to make sure that you're never in this position having to try and casually work back way into your database and say, hey guys, you got any business for me? So the very first strategy I want to share with you is what I call a social media observation, okay? I've got a Little Mermaid quote there. I want to be where the people are. An average of about 2.5 hours is spent every day on social media, okay? 45.8% of consumers say they would rather communicate with a business through a messaging app like Facebook Messenger rather than email. So people are sharing a ton of information on social media, and using what they're sharing on social media as a reason to reach out can be really, really powerful. So you can do this either normal database cycling. For example, if your CRM tells you that it's time to pick up a phone and call a past client, and you feel a little bit hesitant because you don't want to interrupt their day as a consumer, I agree with you. I'm not saying don't call your clients. I'm saying as a consumer, I love my agent. If I see his name pop up on my phone, I'm probably not going to answer it because I have no reason to talk to him, okay? But you can use this, send a video, right? When your CRM says, hey, it's time to touch in with Tom and Julie. Or maybe it's a happy birthday. Maybe you see on Facebook that one of your clients is celebrating a happy birthday. Do not be one more person on their Facebook wall that just writes happy birthday and gets lost in a sea of 200 happy birthday messages. You can record a real quick video and say that happy birthday, or say congratulations on your daughter graduating high school, whatever it is. Or you can even ask a quick question about something that they had shared there. I'll dive deeper into that in the strategy, but check this out. So this is a BombBomb client. And you're going to hear him say just that. It's a client's birthday. He saw it on social media. And rather than being one more person on their wall to write happy birthday, he decided to send a personal video to their Facebook Messenger. Check this out.
What's up, Ashley? Happy birthday. I just saw online that today was your big special day, and I just wanted to send you a quick video message to say happy birthday. And I thought I would sing for you today. How about that? And no, I'm not going to freaking sing. You don't want that. Listen, I hope today was awesome. I just also saw that you were out drinking, and I don't know where it was, but it looked like a really, really cool place. And if it was as epic as I think it was, you should let me know where you were. That way I can also go there in the future. It looks super cool. Anyways, happy birthday, and have a good one. We'll see you. Bye.
Okay, so James does a really, really great job there. So I already said this at the beginning. People are sharing so much of what's going on in their lives on social media, and this gives you a reason, a value-driven reason to reach out and start a conversation. So database cycling, for example, you find out in your CRM that it's time for you to check in on Tom and Julie. Pop over to their social media, see what they've been up to. Did they just take a vacation? Were they out at dinner? Were they at the park with their family? Speak to what you saw and what's special about it, right? You want to connect to that experience, and then you want to either provide value, ask a question, or if it's something like a graduation or a baby born or a birthday, then just celebrate, okay? Now, the second piece of this is that people really, really like to talk to themselves, and you're in a relationship business. The goal here is not just for you to check a box and say, okay, I sent that birthday video. It's for an opportunity for connection, right? So if you can ask a question like James did, do that. The likelihood that you're going to get a response and an opportunity to deepen and strengthen that relationship is a massive benefit to you, right? People don't forget about the realtor that sends them a happy birthday message and they have a conversation about best new restaurant in town that they checked out for their birthday. Okay. So ask a question, right? Invite them into it. Maybe you saw that it's not a birthday. Maybe you saw that someone went out to a brand new restaurant in town. You're just doing your database cycling and you're sending that quick video. Ask them about the experience. Say, I've been thinking about checking it out. If you wouldn't mind just letting me know what you think. Would it be a good fit for my family? So you just really want to use what they're giving you, record a quick personal video, right? Speak to what you saw or congratulate them and invite them into a deeper conversation. Last thing I want to tell you here is that the BombBomb Chrome extension gives you a ton of control and flexibility to be able to do this anywhere. And I'll demo the Chrome extension after I'm done working through the strategies. But the Chrome extension will let you take a video and pop it into Facebook Messenger. You could pop it into your CRM. You could send an email. You could send it as a text message from your phone, whatever you want. But the nice thing about that Chrome extension is that you could be in Facebook and see that someone's having a birthday and press on the bomb icon up in the Chrome extension, record your quick happy birthday message, copy it and paste it right into a Facebook message, and you haven't even logged out of Facebook, okay? So it gives you a ton of flexibility. Now, Facebook Messenger does have a video option. I don't like it, and it's not just because I work for BombBomb. This is why I don't like the Facebook Messenger video option. Is that number one, if you're doing that like from mobile on Facebook Messenger app, when you're recording your video, you have to hold your thumb down, kind of like on Instagram if you're recording a message. But with Facebook Messenger, the moment you take your thumb off of the recording button, it sends the video. There's no opportunity to re-record. There's no opportunity to watch it first. It just automatically sends it. And you're limited to 30 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever. So if you're doing a longer video, you would have to send multiple videos. I love the Chrome extension. It makes it really, really fast. Okay. So that's your first strategy for generating more business from within your sphere of influence, is using what they tell you on social media to send a quick video and connect deeper. Okay. Now, the second strategy is more of this local expert. And I see a lot of agents doing this on social media. I would encourage you to keep doing that if you're doing it on social media, if you have a YouTube channel. These are really, really great ways to market your business. But even deeper than just marketing and getting yourself out there, being a local expert to your own sphere of influence, your own past clients, again, you're building a trust. There is a social psychology term called the mere exposure or familiarity effect. And basically all this term means is that the more someone is exposed to you as a human being, not your emails, not your newsletters, but you, your face, the more exposure they have to your face, the easier it is for them to just trust you, okay? If your past clients don't feel connected to you, because that feel is a really, really important word. You might think that they're loyal because you did a good job for them, but if they don't feel connected to you as a person, what's keeping them from selling their house to Zillow when Zillow shows up and says, hey, I'll buy your house without any showings? Right? You want to make sure that you are the expert, that you are the trusted advisor. Okay. So this is a really, really great way to produce some really easy content that provides a ton of value for your database. You can repurpose these videos. You can use them on social media. The strategy that I'm giving you though is really more directed towards your database. So you can talk about charity events that are coming up, or things that are happening around the city for different holidays, whether it's 4th of July fireworks or, you know, an Easter egg hunt at a park downtown. Talk about seasonal things. For example, when it's time to winterize your home or plant flowers, tips for homeowners, things that are just valuable information for them to know about their home. What it's like to live in your community, or featuring local business owners. Another great idea for being the local expert is sending a video and saying, hey, I'm updating my vendor referral list. Who do you love? Who's your favorite plumber in town? Your favorite electrician? Reply to this email, Tell me your favorite vendors. And when I've compiled a list, I'll share it with all of you, right? You are establishing yourself as the go-to person in the community that knows what's going on, right? You're just building on that layer of trust. So it doesn't have to be complicated. I know a lot of agents that are doing, YouTube content and social media, and they're building out really complicated video strategies to establish themselves as the local expert. But you don't have to go crazy with this. You can do this with your phone and just you and your BombBomb account, okay? Check out this video from our friend Kevin of him doing just this, being the local expert around some holiday happenings.
Hey family and friends, it is Kevin here. Hey, I wanted to send you a quick video because we were actually sitting at dinner last night thinking about what are we gonna be doing as a family this holiday season. There's a ton of stuff to do in Colorado here, and realized it's kind of hard to find some of this stuff, right? So I looked it up. I spent a little bit of time this morning and thought, if these are things we want to do, these might be things that are awesome for you and your family as well. So take a look at the list below. You can see I'm actually downtown right here where the Parade of Lights is going to be in just a couple of weeks. We're going to be all bundled up out there with our hot cocoa, having fun. We would love to see you guys there. So reply back to this. Let us know if you're going to be at that. Otherwise, if you have any questions about any of these events, of course, let me know too. I'm excited to help. But we hope you have an awesome holiday season. Can't wait to see you all soon.
He's such a good job, right? He's providing value. He invites them into a conversation, right? Let me know if you're going to be at the parade. Great way to have a quick, hug with a client. Good to see you, see the kids, pat the kids on the head, and on with your day, right? So your training tips for being the local expert, okay? Number one, you want to make sure that you're inviting them into a conversation and making them feel like it's a relationship, not just a broadcast, right? I would recommend not using green screen or highly edited videos for these kinds of local expert things. Because again, you want them to feel like you're a friend just providing information. You don't want them to feel like you are a business that's marketing to them. You see the difference here, right? A business that's marketing to you might have, a highly produced video and music and real formal and polished and produced, as opposed to a friend just being like, hey, I thought this might be information that you would find helpful. Check it out below, okay? So invite them into a conversation as well as you can. By either asking them, what they're up to, or if there's any vendors they want, or who their favorite charity is, or what their favorite spring activity with their family, whatever it is, invite them into the conversation, okay? The second part of your training tip here, though, is that the video is for emotion, excitement, and connection, okay? You don't want to give all of the information in the video. Just like when you listen to a voicemail and you have to go back and listen to it 2 or 3 times, trying to write down the phone number or whatever it is, the date, the time of the appointment. You don't want to have to do that to your clients. So the video's there for emotion and connection. And because this is an email, in the body of the email, you can put all that important information like links to happening or event start times or whatever, okay? Your third training point here is be yourself. Don't be afraid to talk about the things that matter to you, okay? You do not have to be some static business entity. People want to connect with you. The real estate agents that I know that do some of the best work on social media is they just show up as themselves and people feel really connected to them. So, if there's a charity event that you're really passionate about, or, maybe you're involved in the local school district and, doing volunteering for the schools or whatever it is, talk about the things that matter with you, because people are going to be drawn to that authenticity, and they're going to get excited about the things that you're excited about as well, okay? The last training point here for being a local expert, we're talking about mass sending this out to your database, right? We're talking about you recording one video, building a real nice, easy email with some value-driven bullet points there for them, and sending it off to your database. But your job doesn't stop there, okay? You want to pay attention to tracking. If you're sending from within BombBomb, we do tracking for you. Likely whatever CRM you're using, you can put a BombBomb video into your CRM. Your CRM probably does some tracking for you as well. What's important for you to know here is that the people that are most engaged, right? The people that have watched that video a couple times, reach out to them, dive deeper, pick up the phone, call them. right? Ask them, hey, are you coming to the parade? I saw you play that video a couple times. It'd be great to connect with you for a few minutes. Let me buy your kids some hot chocolate or whatever it is, right? Dive deeper with the people that are most engaged with the things you're sending out. Again, this is going to be your best referral source. Those people that are playing your videos and are really engaged with the value that you're sending, these are the people that keep you top of mind and are going to be more likely to refer you, okay? All right, your third strategy for generating more business from within your sphere is the personal market update or the unsolicited CMA, okay? If you are staring at your phone, or if you're working on other things on your computer, you're gonna wanna pay attention to this one, I promise you, okay? So put down your phone. I started teaching this strategy back in 2019, okay? This strategy was taught to me by an agent. And the agent that taught me this strategy used this strategy to generate $11 million in listings in 90 days, okay? Now, this strategy, I started teaching it to other agents in 2019. And this year, when I started building new decks and I started to reaching out to some of the agents that I know are big BombBomb users that use video a lot in their business, I started reaching out and saying, hey, what are you doing with video these days? You know, what's working really well for you? You know, send me some strategies, send me some video examples so that I can start building out more content and share it with other people. Every single one of the agents that I reached out to and said, what are you doing with video these days? What's working? Sent me back some form of example of this personal market update or unsolicited CMA that I started teaching back in 2019. It's working for them, okay? So provide value and abundance will follow. In fact, it's on my board here right behind me. It says abundance in big letters, but provide value and abundance will follow. And that is the key to this strategy. So let's talk about this strategy again. One agent used this strategy to generate $11 million in listings from 90 days. Okay, so what is this? It's basically an unsolicited CMA, which is really hard to do if you're not using video, because as you understand, you got to go over complicated comparables and show them things and help them understand context. Just sending a video to a client and saying, hey, your home might be worth this much, doesn't have the same effect. So again, you can do this for database cycling. When your CRM tells you it's time to check in with someone, you could do a quick unsolicited CMA. You could do this just as part of your long-term nurturing play with your clients every, year or 2 years if you want to send them an update. You could do this when there's shifts in the market. You can do this if you are just really needing to generate listings, okay? The example I'm going to show you, it's another James example. But he's not the one that taught me the strategy. Jimmy Burgess, when he taught me the strategy, what he did was he was trying to generate listings. So he sent one of these every single day to a past client, and he just did that for 90 days. One a day for 90 days. And that generated him the $11 million in listings. What you're seeing James do here is he just sold another house in the neighborhood of his past clients. And so again, this is like that shift in the market. Oh, I just sold a house here. Here's some valuable information for you. Okay, so check out this video. I'm going to let this one play a little bit longer because I really, really want you to hear how well James offers value. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Stephanie and Andrew? Hope you guys are doing really well today and enjoying the freezing temperatures outside. At least that's what it feels like, that it's freezing. Wanted to show you some good news, and I'm showing you your house because this impacts your home's value. I just listed in Elm Creek Estates over the weekend a home, and I received 9 offers, 6 of which were above list price, 3 of which were cash. And so it's going to close early December. And if the current contract sticks, it's going to be selling well above the list price. And I wanted to show you that real quick. You're about 1,200 square feet. You bought for $130. This is that listing. This first one that I've highlighted in blue at $172.5, but it sold for more. Okay. And then you've got a couple others down here, $170, $165. To me, that's telling a story that, especially with your shop, with your huge covered porch or patio on the back, if it's still in good condition, like when you bought it, kind of trendy paint colors and style, things like that, I believe, and I'm going conservative here, I'm going conservatively that you would sell for $179. Okay, after my listing is officially closed and it's public information, I think you'd be worth a minimum of 179, maybe more. Okay. And so after you pay me to do my job and the buyer's agent to do theirs, and you pay a closing title company to perform the closing and update the abstract, all those things, right? You pay your taxes, all that good junk. You guys would be walking away free and clear with a bag of money worth about 41, maybe higher, but $41,000 to $42,000, somewhere in that range. And that's at only 179. I really think it could be more. So now brings the question, what do you want to do with this information? Obviously, you can do absolutely nothing, and it's just good to know. And that's totally cool with me, I promise. Second thing could be maybe it's time to sell. If you're thinking about upgrading or anything like that, selling this home is going to give you an amazing down payment on your next home. Maybe you're happy in the home, or you know that it's a challenge to find properties, or because everything's going up, it's going to be higher. It just doesn't make sense. And again, that's a discussion to have. You never know until we explore it. The third option might be building a portfolio. Maybe taking some of this equity out and using it as a down payment to fund your next investment. Something that could be a great rental property that you could rent, the monthly payment is here, but you could rent for here like I have. I've got one in Country Estates. Okay. And I'm making about $400 a month off of it. Not to mention.
I'm going to stop that there. All right. So there's a lot in that video, but you see what he's doing, right? He is just sending to a past client, hey, here's some information. So here is your training tips for this personal market update or your unsolicited CMA, okay? The first thing that you need to know is that this strategy works because it's personal, okay? If you're like, oh, Alicia told us to send a market update to our clients and it's going to get me a ton of listings, and you stand and record one video and say it's a good time to sell and talk about how crazy listing prices are going right now, and you send it to your whole database, it's not going to have the same effect, okay? This works because it's personal. Now, James used the screen recorder and he had a picture of their house pulled up. This is a great way for them to know it's personal. You could also use a whiteboard and write something like info about and their home address. I've seen agents use Google Earth at the very beginning of the video so that the Google Earth zooms in on their house at the beginning of the video. Whatever you do, you want to make sure that they know that this is personal to them and their home, okay? Obviously, you saw what he did with the screen recorder there. That's a BombBomb feature. It's part of our recorder. Every single time you record a video, you can choose to either record the screen or just yourself. You even saw him toggle back and forth. He turned the screen recorder off when he started talking about their bag of money and what they could do with it for that human connection, right? So the screen recorder lets you show the information as well as speak to it as an expert. Value, okay? You've got to provide value, offer value, give value. This is a gift to them. This is why it's so effective, okay? So for example, with the way he talks about what else they could do with it, right? Like he's providing a tremendous amount of value into their financial world, letting them know that they have resources that they could, buy another investment property or all of that. So the other reason why this is really effective is because you're not interrupting their day, right? I told you I love my agent, Jose, but if Jose called me and said, hey, Alicia, are you interested in, me coming over and taking a look at the house and seeing what you might be able to sell it for? No, Jose, I'm not. I know house prices are going crazy, but I'm not ready to sell. However, you're not asking anything of your clients. You're just sending it to them as a gift, and they get to watch that video and they get to decide and have that conversation and let the wheels turn in their brain. And then 2 weeks later, they can go back and watch the video again while the wheels are turning. And then they go to their wife and be like, man, I can't get out of my mind what James said about how much we could get for our house. And then they watch the video again. And all along, if you've been using BombBomb, you've got tracking. So every time they watch your video. My friend Jimmy, who taught me this strategy back in 2019, that tracking piece was really important because he would say that, sometimes he would see someone open up the video a month after he sent it, pick up the phone, call them. It's not weird if you call them. People know that we track emails. I mean, listen, I could say something on my phone while my phone is here, and the next time I log on to Amazon, it'll be advertised to me. So the fact that you know that they opened your email is not really that big of a deal, okay? So that is your personal market updated unsolicited CMA strategy there. Oh, hold on. I just got a notification that Chrome wants to restart. Whew, glad I saw that, guys. Okay, let's keep going. Your fourth strategy is holiday greetings, both big and small. Have you ever considered replacing your holiday cards with a video? I would never, ever, ever tell you as an agent, stop sending cards to your clients, don't send Christmas cards. What I'm going to give you is some perspective as a consumer, okay? I'm a consumer, I'm not an agent. And, you know, I get cards just like everyone does from my, you know, dentist's office or my lender or whatever. But when we open up a consumer, when we get a Christmas card, for example, from my real estate agent or my dentist's office, I know it's not personal. I know that they didn't sit down and write that themselves, that they paid a service to do it, likely, right? It's like you look at that card and you're like, oh, that was nice. And it goes in the recycling bin, right? You as my realtor are not going to get fridge placement for a holiday card. So you're spending all of this money or time addressing envelopes and sending it for this kind of reaction. Christmas card. And it goes in the recycling bin, right? There's no emotional connection there. You're not pouring on the relationship. So I love video for holidays, okay? Couple reasons. Number one, it's human. And I'll show you an example right here. But the other reason why I love it is that it gives an opportunity for connection. So I'm going to show you this video. I'm actually going to play two of them because this is our friend Joe Soto. Joe says that this is his secret weapon. He does this every single year. His clients, he says that his clients get to see his why, right? They get to see his family. He says this really humanizes him to help people remember that he's not just a numbers and business guy, but that he's actually, you know, a family guy and really deepening that connection. The other nice thing about this is that it doesn't take you a lot of time. You don't have to pay someone to like send out Christmas cards or pay an assistant to address envelopes for you. You record the video one time and then you schedule it to go out a day or two before Christmas or Easter or 4th of July. And you're getting that face-to-face, you're building the familiarity and pouring into the relationship, okay? Check out Joe's video.
Hey, it's Joe Soto along with
Maddie Soto, Brooklyn Soto, Mommy Soto,
and
Daisy Soto.
And even little Daisy Soto came and made a cameo. We just wanted to take a quick minute to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're celebrating, enjoy the time with your loved ones, with the people most closest to you, like these little ones that I got. So from the Soto family to you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and enjoy the day. Bye.
Bye. Lots of hugs and kisses.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, hit the button.
When I play this video live in a session in a room with people, usually I hear awws when she says lots of hugs and kisses. No one gets that from a printed Christmas card. His clients are building a relationship with his family, and even better, they get to watch his kids grow up in front of their very eyes.
Hello, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm Maddie Soto. I'm Mommy Soto. I'm Brooklyn Soto.
And I'm Daddy Soto, and yes, we are representing with our Yankee pajamas, and yes, I am making them wear these awesome pajamas on Christmas. They look so happy, don't they? Anyway, from me and my family to you and yours, Merry Christmas. Wanted to just say thank you for all your love and support throughout the year, and very, very grateful for all of the wonderful people in our lives. So from my family to yours, Merry
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
I love video for holidays because number one, it gets responses. This is all about, if your business is about building a relationship and deepening connections and making sure that people feel connected to you so that you are the top of their mind when they have a question about their biggest investment, then them responding is going to be beneficial to you. There's no response to a, oh, that was a nice Christmas card, goes in the recycling bin. But our clients that send holiday videos get responses because it's easy for a client to hit reply on that email and go, oh, Merry Christmas to you too. I can't believe how big your girls are, right? This is about connection. This also gives you an opportunity, like I mentioned, to really show them your why. This is all about activating those warm, fuzzy feelings and making sure they feel really connected to you, okay? A couple training tips here on your holiday greetings. Get your team involved, or your family or your pets. You really want to have that emotional response. And so if you can get, more people involved in it, whether it's your team or pets or anything like that, it's going to make a more fun video. Just so you know, we have tons of holiday templates. I'll show you on the next slide, but if you do sign up for BombBomb, you will have access to holiday templates that make them really visually appealing and festive. And then of course you want to just plan ahead and schedule it out. You don't want to be trying to get your family to record a video on December 23rd or December 24th frantically to send out to your clients. Do it a couple weeks ahead of a holiday and just have that video ready and scheduled out to go. As you can see, we have holiday templates for every holiday. There's multiple Easter templates, multiple Mother's Day templates, multiple Happy 4th of July templates, so that you can find one that you really like if you want to do that. Okay. All right. Your fifth and last strategy for generating more business from within your own database and your sphere is just ask for a referral. Okay. 90% of people trust the suggestions that come from friends and families. Okay. Millennials. I'm a millennial. I'm about to be 40. Okay. I have 3 teenagers. Millennials are not kids anymore. If that's in the back of your mind, you got to get that out of your mind. But millennials ranked word of mouth as the #1 influencer in their purchasing decisions for big ticket items like travel, electronics, financial products and services. Also, homes would fall under their financial products and services. Okay. Really, really powerful tool is the referrals. However, I also know that asking for a referral can be a little bit intimidating. I've had more than enough agents tell me that picking up the phone and asking a client directly for a referral can be intimidating. Number one, you feel like you're inconveniencing them or you're interrupting their day. And the truth is you might be interrupting your day. If you've ever if you've done this, right? If you've picked up the phone and called clients and done the work on the phones, asking if they know anyone or asking for referrals, you may have gotten dead air, right? Initially, because they weren't ready for that, right? It's like, I'm at work today. I wasn't thinking in my mind about who I might be able to send your way. So the nice thing about video is that if you send a video directly asking for a referral, doesn't put them on the spot the same way as if you do it on the phone. This gives them an opportunity to think about it, right? Oh, do I know anyone? Wait, Sarah, weren't you just saying the other day that, you were trying to get into a different school district? Right? So sending them a video gives them a chance to really think about it and consume it on their own time. Okay. A human face is way more compelling than an email. If you've got like a signature block at the end of your email that says the best compliment you can ever give me is a referral, no one looks at that and thinks, oh, I better send a referral. A human face saying, hey, do you know anyone that I could help out is a lot more compelling. Okay. This example that I'm going to show you, Ken Mucha, when Ken came to us, he had done a really, really poor job of engaging his database. In fact, he had clients that he said that he had, helped them buy or sell a house 6-7 years, and he had no contact with them whatsoever. So we actually challenged him to send out 2 personal videos a day, just start working his way through his database for 2 weeks. Okay, just send 2 videos each day, just asking for a referral, okay? And at the end of those 2 weeks, he had gotten 3 referrals, one at $400,000, one at $600,000, and one at $1 million, just from asking, okay? And Ken's video is not great. You'll see what I mean.
Hi, Tom. It's Ken Butcha with High Desert Realty and Drake Park behind me. It has been some time since we last spoke. The current home value in your areas continue to rise. If you currently want to know what your current home value is, simply contact me and I'll get that information over to you immediately. If you know somebody looking to purchase property in the Bend area, please provide me with their contact information or have them call, email, or text me, and I'll keep you informed throughout the process and I'll take good care of them. Thanks for your time today and have yourself an awesome day.
Listen, we don't want to hate on Ken because Ken's showing up and doing video when a lot of people are too scared to do it. But there's nothing great about the video. It's robotic, you know, it's not a perfect video, but guess what? It still works just from asking. And he hadn't even done a good job of building value into those relationships ahead of time. If you're doing the strategies that I shared with you in building value, it's going to be really, really easy to send that video directly asking for a referral. Ken sent back to us and said, I took you up on your challenge from training. I'm sending out 2 videos per day to past clients asking for referrals. I'm on week number 2. So 20 video emails sent so far. I have about 100 more to go. My results so far, 3 buyer leads, one at the $400,000 range, one at the $600,000 range, and one at the $1 million range, just from asking, okay? So here is your referral training tips. Number 1, you gotta build value first, right? Did Ken? No, he just started sending the videos and asking, but if you do a good job at being the local expert or sending quick birthday messages or just staying top of mind and providing value or sending personal updates, it's not going to be hard to ask for the referral because you've really poured value into the relationship, okay? Your second training tip is make it personal. Don't send a video out to 300 people saying, I'd love a referral. Make it personal. Speak to them directly. Butter them up, right? Let them know that you'll keep them informed of the process. You know, you can say something like, you know, do you know any other, you know, families like you? I love working with young families. That's my passion. You guys are so cute. And, you know, I love seeing your kids' cute little faces. Do you know other young families that are trying to purchase their first home as well? Right? Make it really personal. And then let them know that I'll keep you informed. Okay. Your third training tip here is that you want to make it easy for them to refer you, okay? Don't just say, send me a referral. Tell them specifically, do you want an email introduction? Do you want a phone number? Do you have a referral form that they could fill out so you could contact someone? Do you want them to introduce you on Facebook? Whatever it is, be really specific, okay? And then that last thing is be specific and avoid referral jargon, okay? Don't say anything like, you know, do you know anyone who might be, or sorry, don't say things like, you know, your referral is the greatest compliment, or, you know, I'd love to help people like you. Be very specific. Ask them, do you know anyone that's thinking about selling their home in the next couple months? Okay. Be really, really specific. I know we're getting a little short on time here. I just want to touch on the confidence piece real quick for just a couple minutes, because I know this is keeping a lot of people from doing video. It's not just I don't like the way I look or sound. There's a lot of, I just don't know what to say. Guys, I just told you what to say in every single strategy. Or they're like, I don't know. I don't want to look silly. I'm not really into even selfies or social media. This isn't about that. This is about you getting to be a human being in front of your clients and build that trust. So the first thing I just want to remind you is that this is really, really normal. Okay. Almost anyone that you have seen doing video has had to work through a certain amount of uncomfortability with it. We're used to experiencing the world from inside our own head, not seeing it from the outside. And I think Zoom has helped people a little bit with this, but not really, because you're still having it in real time. You're not having this experience of watching yourself back or hearing your voice. So here's some quotes from some very highly paid actors and actresses that appear on camera all the time. And even they don't really love the way they look or watching themselves on camera, okay? It's really, really normal to not love how you look on video. I've been a paid actor myself since I was 12 or 13. I don't watch my videos back because it makes me uncomfortable. We can all agree that Reese Witherspoon is an objectively attractive human. And even she says, I don't know who feels good looking at themselves. Nobody, right? So I just want to encourage you. It's really, really normal. Okay. You can get through this. And the way you get through this is that you disengage from the hater in your head. Okay. When you hear negative voices in your head that are saying like, you're not cute enough to do video, or you have a face for radio, or people are going to think this is silly that you're sending a video. You can either disengage from those thoughts, or you could decide that that's true, right? You can decide, yep, that's right. I can't do video. I am too bald for video, which is a lie, because there are other people just like you that are doing video. So I just want to encourage you that when you start feeling those voices in your head or any of those things that are keeping you from doing video, the like, oh, I just don't want to be silly, or I'm not sure what to say, disengage from those negative thoughts. You don't have to give them power. There is absolutely nothing keeping you from being successful with video the way other people are successful, okay? Once you disengage from those negative thoughts, I want you to remember who you are as an agent, right? Why do you love your job? What makes you good at your job? Focus on your value. Why do you love serving clients? Why do people love working with you? This is what you have to offer, not any of those negative thoughts or beliefs that you have about not being enough or not looking a certain way. Oprah Winfrey, we all know Oprah Winfrey. She has had a very honest and public battle with her appearance and self-hatred and her own confidence. But that's been, you know, a battle that's happened over years and years and years of while she was in the public eye. When Oprah Winfrey was first offered the Oprah show on WGN in Chicago in the 80s, she hadn't even started to scratch the surface of her own self-hatred and her negative feelings about herself. But she did it anyway, right? She took an opportunity that felt scary to her. And had she not chosen to do that anyway, Oprah Winfrey would not have $3 billion and the world would not have Oprah Winfrey. I promise you that those things that you hear in your head that are keeping you from doing video are just that. They're just negative voices in your head that are keeping you from being as successful as you can, okay? Real quick tips. You wanna make sure that you're front-facing lighting, you have lighting coming onto your face, okay? It's really, really gloomy outside. I have great lighting in my office, but today's gloomy, so I have my ring light on. Check out the difference of just a light. It's dramatic, right? So I use a ring light. I got it on Amazon for like 30 bucks. You can use a desk lamp. You can do whatever you want. If you're using your mobile app, just make sure that you turn so that the light's coming on your face. You don't want the light coming from behind you because it'll like blow out the image and your face will be dark and it'll be really bright on the sides, okay? You also want to make sure you keep your camera at eye level, okay? This creates a much more mutual experience. No one really wants to watch a video staring up your nose. And I still, after all of these years of training people to do video, I still see people doing videos and they've got that camera angled way down low, okay? Not an ideal place. You want to just keep it right at eye level or a little higher. If you notice, you know, influencers when they're recording videos or selfies on like Instagram, they're always like this, right? It's a little bit higher up that eye level. That's where you want your camera. You can, you know, put your laptop on books or a riser or whatever you need, okay? Third tip is you want to make sure that you maintain eye contact with the camera and not yourself when you're watching your video, okay? When you look right into the pinhole camera, it's going to give the illusion of eye contact. If you stare at yourself while you're recording your video, you're going to look like you're looking down, okay? I just saw a video from someone the other day. He's a lender. He has hundreds of videos in his account. And I was peeking through with his permission to get some ideas for strategy. And almost every single one of his videos, he's staring down at himself, okay? You wanna look right into that pinhole camera. Fourth one, pay attention to your surroundings, but don't overthink it. You don't need to have a green screen. You don't need to have a perfectly polished background. In fact, some of the most effective videos that our clients have said are ones where they're outside, like walking and talking. Those are really, really effective ones. So pay attention to your surroundings, but don't overthink it. Make sure there's nothing unprofessional in your background. We've all heard stories of people that have appeared on news shows from their homes lately that had things in their background that they didn't want on national TV, right? Like don't obsess over it, but just make sure there's nothing back there that you wouldn't want in your professional business. And then your last training tip is smile before you dial, okay? If you've ever had call coaching and you've heard this before, it's the same thing. Before you go to record a video, just take a quick minute, right? Take a deep breath, remember your value, think about who you're sending this to or what you're gonna say, but have fun, be human, okay? Just wanna get a little bit of energy up. You wanna make sure that when that video starts, you're smiling, and that's gonna create a really, really great video for you. I wanna take time for questions if we have time, but I do wanna let you guys know there is a glitch in the matrix that benefits you greatly. So This first team pricing page with exclusive first team pricing should not still exist. And yet it does. This discounted pricing, I asked my boss today, I was like, the first team like exclusive pricing and landing page is still live. Am I allowed to offer them that pricing even though this page should be dead? And we got approval from the top levels that I can offer you this pricing today, but I don't know how long they will keep this page live because this page was supposed to be dead. So BombBomb is normally $588 for the entire year. You guys have access to it for $360. Again, I don't know how long this page will stay live now that the people that make more money than me and make bigger decisions know that this page is still live, but I had permission to give it to you guys today. And if you want this pricing, take advantage of it because once they kill the page, it will be gone. So bombbomb.com/first team RE is going to get you a discount where you get it for $360 a year instead of $588. Any questions?
All right, we do have some in the chat right now, but one of them is how do you use the Chrome extension?
Yeah, let me do this real quick. I gotta share my other screen, so just give me a second. Move some things out of the way. You're seeing the screen that says Zoom?
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go into my Gmail because this is the easiest thing to show you. So the Chrome extension lives up here. Okay, so the Chrome extension is not in my Gmail. In fact, you know, that Chrome extension lives everywhere. So I could be in my CRM, I could be in Facebook, wherever I am, this bomb icon is still going to be up there. Okay. So if I want to record a video, I just click on that bomb icon and it's going to give me the opportunity to either record myself or record my screen. Say, for example, I'm in my CRM. I see that it's time to check in with Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. Rather than just sending a quick email that says, I'm thinking about you guys, I'm going to do a quick unsolicited CMA, right? I would pull up the numbers, get those numbers ready, and then I could choose record my screen right from there. Okay, so either record yourself or record your screen. You also have access to your entire video library from here. So pre-recorded videos for frequently asked questions or next steps in the process or a pre-recorded lead response, all accessible right from that Chrome extension. So you could be in Facebook or your CRM or WhatsApp and still have access to your entire video library there. Okay. I'm going to turn off my video so that I can record myself and my camera won't freak out. So I'm going to launch the recorder. You're going to see the recorder pop up here. You'll see me on the screen. Just note that it lags a little bit when we're doing like the Zoom and screen share and all of that. But that won't lag normally for you. So I'm ready to record. It's not recording yet. When I press this record button, it's going to give me a countdown. And then this is where you record your little quick video. Maybe you're sending a, happy birthday message to someone on Facebook. You say what you're going to say. You have a lot of time here. I recommend keeping your videos 60 to 90 seconds unless you're doing like that unsolicited CMA where that might be a 3 or 4 minute video, but you definitely want to keep your videos a little bit shorter. When you're done, I'm going to save. I could also title my video if I was going to use this one again. We're just going to call this Happy Birthday Demo. I'm going to save this video. And now once that video is saved, it's going to give me the option to either copy for email or copy link. Okay. Copy for email is if this is going into an email from either an email client or a CRM. Okay. The important distinction here is if there is HTML code support. So for example, in an email or a CRM where you can have images and graphics, that's HTML. A link is for your Facebook Messenger, your LinkedIn Messenger, your WhatsApp, a text message or anything like that, because those things don't support HTML. So if it's going in Facebook Messenger, you would just copy the link and then paste the link. The cool thing, it won't do it for email, but when I paste the link into Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn Messenger, it actually populates the video thumbnail. Okay. So then you would just paste that in to your Facebook Messenger and hit send. Or again, if you were doing this for your CRM, here's that happy birthday demo I just recorded. I'm going to copy for email this time, and I'll show you in Gmail. But if I just paste, that video shows up there. It would do the same thing in your CRM. When you paste the video, it'll populate the thumbnail as well. Okay. So that Chrome extension, really, really diverse. I use the Chrome extension on LinkedIn constantly because people send me connection requests on LinkedIn, and I'll just send them a quick video back. So, all right. I'm trying to look and see if there's any other questions here. Turn my video back.
Yeah, let's see here. Yes, so and we can use it with our KV Core platform too, our CRM here at First Team. Let's see here. Can you please say the site to purchase again? Sorry, they missed it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you.
Awesome. And is there an MS360 extension?
We have an Outlook extension. But I don't know exactly like the operating requirements for like MS360 or whatever. I'd say reach out to our support team. But you could also use like that Chrome extension in any other. Oh, you already put it in there for me, Greg. Thank you. Yeah, but we do have an Outlook extension. I just don't know the exact specifications there on it.
Let's see here. All right, there's no other further questions on the chat, so let's open it live. Is there any questions that you have for Alicia today? They're all making their recordings. That's why they're quiet.
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, let's see here. Is there any place or video to get training on BombBomb?
Yeah, tons and tons of training available, Lori. If you go to bombbomb.com/webinar, which I just am putting in the chat here, not only can you sign up for an upcoming training there, however, all of our past trainings are on there. So I host a customer session every single month where sometimes it's product focused, sometimes it's strategy focused. Also there on that page, bombbomb.com/webinar, there is a getting started webinar that you can sign up for as well that will go over the basics. We have tons of resources on our site though, blogs, trainings, our YouTube channel has lots of resources, but a good place to start is the bombbomb.com/webinar. I love this question. How is this different than just doing my own recording from my iPhone? This is actually one of my favorite questions. So number one, file size, okay? If you record a video from your phone and you try and send it to someone, if you're sending iPhone to iPhone, you can get away now with like a 45-minute. But like if you're sending, you know, not iPhone to iPhone, if you're sending, you know, Android or iPhone to Android or Android to iPhone, a lot of times you only get about 20 or 30 seconds of video, and then it'll tell you the video is too large and you have to trim it, right? Video files are massive. And so one of the things that we take care of for you is obviously that we're hosting the video on our server. So you can record a video as long as you want. In fact, you could record a video up to 45 minutes in length and send it to someone and they're still going to be able to watch it. Okay. So there's nothing for them to download. It's not an attachment. We're hosting it on our servers, and when they press play, they're essentially streaming it from our servers. So obviously the file size is one piece, but that's just one piece of it. For example, I showed you strategies with a screen recorder where you could go over a document, or you could go over a contract, or you could go over a buyer site and send it off to a client. Obviously you can't do that with your iPhone. The ability to mass send, right? To send one video, to send a Merry Christmas or a Happy 4th of July video to your entire database. It's always going to be blind copied. No one can reply all and, you know, see anyone else's email address. The other thing is the tracking, right? Say, for example, with a lead response. If you sent a video from your phone, just an iPhone video, to a potential lead, you'll never know whether they watched it or not. You would never have any idea. right? If they watched that video. With BombBomb, you're going to know if they watched the video. You'll know how many times they watched the video so that you can really follow up as well. So tracking, ease of use for the recipient, there's nothing for them to download. You don't have to worry about file size. You can mass send. You've got all of those additional benefits. You've got the Chrome extension, so you can send videos in Facebook Messenger and all of that. So few of the reasons why it's different than just your phone, but great question. Love it.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, that was it. Any rounding up for the last questions right now? Nothing in the chat. All right. Well, it sounds like, Alicia, that you did a fantastic job. Everyone's saying thank you. It was great. We do appreciate you. But before we say definitely goodbye, I always remind everyone about next week's Wednesday first team trainings that we do have. The luxury updates coming in with Kaylee Ryan from our marketing department, and she will be going over overview of what's new in the luxury, including our including preview of the renewed look of the luxury portfolios analytics tool, Lux Analytics tool, and how to personalize the 2022 issue of first team portfolio of luxury homes, including more. So Alicia, we really appreciate being part of today's training. Thank you so much for doing this for First Team Real Estate and for everyone here. And everybody, we appreciate you being part of First Team Real Estate. This will be recorded, and this is recorded. This will be on First Place later today. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.